because some of the things that some African men said that their wife is loyal, it's just a woman who is staying in marriage, who suffered through marriage just because of the children. So the children know that this woman suffered for us just so that we can have a good life. This man will not sacrifice for anybody. Why do children, when they grow up, why do they always take care of their fathers more than the mother? That mother seems to enjoy more
than the father.
Why? Because as a new father, I've been thinking about that thing, of course, learning about parenting. That's part of the things I'm saying. Why do kids always tend to go towards their mom when they grow up?
And it's like sometimes the father is left behind.
Especially when poverty is in the mix, you will see that the father at the end of the life, more often than not, always are in the bad, end of the stick. Why? Because yes, I know that now we are a new parents, maybe there and all of that. I cannot match my effort with your effort, of course. But I mean, I'm doing something. So why is it that the kid will now grow up and wants to look at the father, the mother alone, especially if the father is not careful to deliberately? Because I found some things as my own answer. So, but what do you think? Why? Do you love your mommy more than your daddy?
No, I don't love anybody more than anyone. But if there's anybody that I feel like I take care of more, which I'm also guilty of, which the person who is asking the question is also guilty of, because I actually see this thing online on social media of men saying, mostly when it's around Mother's Day, men will be saying it's Mother's Day now, everybody's doing mother. When it's Father's Day, everybody will be quiet. Men take care of their mothers more than they take care of their fathers. So back to the question, I think there's no right answer to this, and we're all guilty of it, and I don't think anybody should be taking care of more than the other person. But I feel like men have always put up this macho front in the family that it's not that they are not available, but it's now that women have started to work more. Because even before, when women used to work, they used to have those kind of jobs that you can take these children to. Probably they have a shop somewhere, or they are doing nanny somewhere, and then they take these children. But you don't see your father in your head from when you were small. Men have always been fronted as the providers already from beginning.
So they are not emotionally connected.
They are not emotionally connected. Neither do they look emotionally needy. Even at this age, there are sometimes that I'll call my daddy and I will know that this man is broke, and I want to give him money, and he's like, oh, I don't need it. So
you doing macho?
Yeah, doing macho right from time. So it's just when, and then there's this fine. There are some women, apart from even when women do the I don't need this part, there's still that same motherly needy thing around them that makes you feel like they should be the ones you should take care of.
But there's another flip side of this story, that some children deliberately take care of their mothers more.
Wow.
Because they can see that their mothers actually endure. Because some of the things that some African men said that their wife is loyal, it's just a woman who is staying in marriage, who suffered through marriage just because of the children. So the children know that this woman just suffered for us just so that we can have a good life. This man was not the best, really. He would not sacrifice for anybody except himself. They can see that this man would not sacrifice for anybody except himself. They can see how much the mother sacrificed throughout that marriage. And at the end of the day, they now shift towards taking care of the mother more, because it's painful. And I had to bring that angle in because I've seen a lot of men, especially African culture-based men, insist that our mothers don't leave marriage. They don't leave marriage because of the children.
Exactly.
I think the problem that this generation have
is that they don't even care.
They don't care.
The children will be okay.
Because the children will be okay. Because if some of our mothers will have been more successful if they are not married to some of our fathers.
Exactly.
That is the truth. If they were not married to some of our fathers, they will have achieved more in life. The children can see that the mother sacrificed the days of, don't worry, just do it. I've asked daddy for this thing. Daddy said no. Mom said, don't worry, I will give you. I will find a way to give you.
It's just natural for you to want to give back to that person who always gave to you. So, but in some families, the fathers are
of course, the fathers are. So it's just that the percentage is not.
It's not as.
It's not percentaging. it's difficult to explain these things, especially in African settings.
Yeah.
Because some of these fathers that are not emotionally available or cannot sacrifice for anyone are the most demanding when the children grow up. Why?
Where do you now want that? Because they just believe that it's their right to be taken care of. And like we always say, submission will always come where there is love. You cannot force me to
love you
when you did not do anything for me. You are not quarreling. It's just, I'm not used to showing you my giving side.
What you said now just remind me of something. I read somewhere on Twitter, a man was lamenting, really, a grown man about in his 30s, that he doesn't know how to connect emotionally with his dad because the father is never available when they were growing up more than half of the time. Yes, he was a provider. He provides, but emotionally the guy is not there. He doesn't come to anything for the children, not on a school special day. The guy will not be available. As a matter of fact, you really will not find him at home. He will probably, after work, he probably drink out with his friend. He will probably, weekend is not available. And when he's available at home, he's a lion of the tribe. He's all those, I'm the father, everybody go and hide kind of father. That's who he is. And Dada. Father that is not available, father that is, he will just, I pay your school fees and there's food at home. Go. He said now that he's in his 30s, he doesn't know how to connect with that man. Is that part? Could that be the reason too?
I think some fathers believe that parenting is all about provision, and I think that's where people start to feel somehow. I might tell you now that I have an exam to write, and it will cost me 15,000. My mom might not have the money, but she will ask me, "What is the exam like? What is the what are you scared of for the exam?" But the father will just come and give you the 15K. Yes, the 15K would cover
but the emotional part.
But the emotional part of that, because even after the exam, you might not even remember that you took that exam. Your mom was not there to give you that 15K, but she was there to ask questions like, "Oh, has your father giving you the money? Did you pass the exam?" Even when the father is asking, "Did you pass the exam?" are you asking so that you will not know whether your 15K wasted
or you are concerned
because you are concerned. With that said, we can change the narrative now that we're grown up. Let's be more intentional about our fathers. Send your father money today. Look for something nice that you can do
for your father.
Yes,
even if you are angry, forgive him.
Yes,
because you see, what I discover is that if some of our parents know better, they will do better.
Yeah.
And I think for our generation, we should begin to know that provision in terms of finance is not the only thing.
Yeah.
There's a part of being emotionally available. There's a part of being emotionally available in that space of a family.
Yeah.
You want to be the father that they know to play with, and you said something that really struck me about exams.
Yeah.
Okay, you've paid for the exam. Do you know how I wrote the exam? What do you know my performance in the exam? What's my mental state when I'm writing this? The things that mothers will always pay attention to. New fathers, please learn this. And love your father, even though you think that they have not, done the best. That they know the best. What the problem would be is if you now want to repeat the same mistake. Then that's where the problem is.
When you were growing up, that thing that you saw your parents do
and you don't like, and you are not doing it again, then you are the problem. If you repeat everything you don't like in your parents, then you have big problem.